Hi, everybody. It's another Sunday Fun Day here with the Crescent Lake Club. I'm Keels, and today I'm joined by Teets and Angela. And we're here just to have some fun hanging out on this Sunday, do a little catch up. Christmas obviously was Friday, and we're looking to the end of this terrible 2020 year coming up at the end of the coming week. So I thought we would do some New Year's resolutions and maybe make some predictions for the year ahead. But first, how was y'all's Christmas?
That was pretty good, low key,
Did,
but pretty good.
did Santa bring you lots of good stuff, Teets?
I think so. Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
What'd you get?
What'd you get?
Lots of clothes, new battery pack to carry around with me at the parks.
Nice.
Shoes, yeah, just simple stuff.
Did you get another pair of red shorts?
I did not get another pair of red shorts.
We need to figure out what color shorts you need for January for not marathon trip for sure. Maybe we'll talk about that in this segment today. How about you, Angela? This was the kind of first Christmas your nephew knew what was going on. Mm-hmm. How was it?
Yeah, it was super cute and very adorable. We did Christmas Eve, year of the COVID, a little non-traditional for us. I went and picked up pizza. And we decorated cookies because my sister-in-law is a wonderful baker.
She's a great baker and great cook.
Yeah, she's fabulous. So we decorated cookies, opened presents, and that was it. But it was very cool to watch him. He's just a little shy of 2 years old. So he was definitely, it was like clicking, like, oh, those things are for me. So it was really neat. I loved it. And
Yay.
my best present came yesterday via the mail carrier. So we might have to talk about that later on.
I'm definitely interested to hear about the best present that came via mail carrier that made it to Texas, but not to Wisconsin just yet. So
unsolved mystery.
It is an unsolved mystery. For me, Christmas, my Christmas was the night before Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve, yeah. I went down to the quarter and did what's called chasing of the bells. So I had drinks at a bunch of the Brennan's restaurants, and they give you these really cute jingle bells. And then the dogs gave me a new iPad, and that's pretty much it. Low key, COVID times, Christmas. It's weird when your family all kind of scattered all over the country too, but that's usually how it works for me on holidays. Plus, I gotta kind of get all set in to make the drive in about a week to Orlando for we're calling it now not marathon weekend? Is that what we've officially dubbed our January trip? Is not marathon weekend?
I mean, that's what I'm calling it, but
yeah,
we do have to keep in mind all those virtual runners that will be, all those participants of the virtual race. It's still a marathon weekend, guys.
Oh, have we talked about what we're going to do for that? Because you really are going to do the whole half at Crescent Lake, aren't you, Teets?
Yep.
You're doing a half marathon?
Yeah.
Yes.
When?
Why don't we break that down real quick? I got planning to do.
Well, you're just going to run around the lake for to do 13.1 miles?
Well, I've got a mapped out route that I kind of found that somebody else did, but I'm going to copy it and see how it works.
So when are you supposed to do that?
Well, you can do it whenever, but I was going to do it on Saturday, but we'll see.
Angela's trying to break down if you're just going to do compound all your miles of walking around the parks and just call it good when you get to 13. You could do that and just wear your bib every day pinned to your shirt.
That's what I do. That's why I consider myself an ultra finisher. I've done several ultras now. It's crazy, guys. I'm on another level.
All right. Well, with that, 10 minutes. That's a record. All right. So Saturday, what time do you think you're going to start? Is Saturday an Epcot day? You probably should do this half marathon on a Saturday.
But it's MK.
Well, Saturday we have Magic Kingdom. That's our Magic Kingdom day.
Oh yeah, and what 7:30 a.m. breakfast reservation did you make that morning too?
Yeah, Ale and Compass.
No, that was a different day. I didn't make any reservations on Saturday because we were going to do
Oh,
like
I
a
don't-
monorail bar crawl or whatever.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
So
Well, we
what
said
time
we
are
were
you
gonna do
getting
that.
up
We
to?
said we were gonna do that in November too. Oh my gosh. Wait, where's your Christmas tree?
It's not Christmas anymore.
You
So.
leave Christmas up until 12th night. Haven't I taught you anything?
Well, Christmas is
Uh,
down here too, so
Christmas is over.
No,
except
it's
for
not.
outside. Outside, today's the last day of outside lights.
You know, you don't take Christmas down until you put Mardi Gras up, and that happens on January 6th.
There's no way I'm keeping this. No. That's why it all gets put up. Most of it's up, about half of it. I still have a couple of little things down in front of the television. But all the trees and stuff are gone.
Oh, that's unfortunate. My tree's staying up until March.
I started early, so I was kind of like done with it. Like to me,
Yeah.
Christmas kind of started during our November trip because I got a little bit of dose of it in the parks. So I definitely like let that carry through back to Texas. And so, yeah, woke up yesterday morning and I was like, Christmas is over, kids.
Oh, that's sad. That breaks my. What did Nate think about it?
Oh, he's ready to have it back because it's where one of his beds is at.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that bed has been relegated to like the naughty corner. And he's like, no, I don't belong in a corner. So he's excited it's all being put up.
Nobody puts Nady in a corner.
Not my Nathan.
All right. So Teats, you're gonna run on Saturday.
Yep.
I'm just gonna cast
What time are you going to start?
Well, not like I'm not getting up at like 2:30 like a normal Run Disney race, but
So
maybe
here's the
around.
other thing. You are the only person I know who wakes up on a Run Disney morning at 2:30. You're the only person I know that's always on the very first bus and sitting in the parking lot by yourself at 3:30 in the morning.
Except for Wine and Dine last year when I overslept and was panicked that I was going to miss the 5 or 10K.
Why did you oversleep?
Well, actually, I did get up, but then I just like was sitting in my bed, and I just dozed right back off. And Woody called the room, and that's what got me back up.
I cannot. Oh my gosh.
What did she say to you? What did Wendy say? You answer the phone, and she says what?
Nope, I didn't even answer the phone. I saw the clock, and I was like, "Oh shit."
Like he'd never run so fast because you were at what? You were at Caribbean Beach, right?
Yep.
Yeah, because I didn't do at Wine and Dine. I didn't do the 10K. I just did the half because the 10K had sold out.
That's
Plus,
real
we got
funny.
some of our challenges, but yeah, I remember that. See, and like I don't know how Angela and Leslie did it, staying at Beach Club for all of those marathon weekends. I mean, I guess I understand now because they wake up at 4:30 in the morning, so it's not a big deal. But when I did Wine and Dine and we stayed at Beach Club, my goodness, I can hear all of the announcers in the Epcot parking lot ramping up at 3:30. And when you don't have to run, the last thing anyone wants to hear is Carissa, especially at 3:30 in the morning. So yeah, I don't know how they do it.
We're always real excited to hear the announcers because we're like, oh, our mentally disturbed friends are out there while we're in here drinking coffee and about to go hit up the parks. I loved that morning randomly that we got into Epcot early and we started taking pictures with all the characters that were actually run.
Yeah.
It was actually the character stops for the runners.
Yeah, it was during marathon. So those dumb bitches get in at like 8 and just start making their way around World Showcase, stopping for like Mulan and Mushu, for Dopey, and like just getting in line and just taking pictures. And I swear, what was it like the 4th or 5th time you guys stopped? Finally, one of the character attendants told you guys to get out of line because it was for the runners. Yeah.
Yep.
So if you ever want to blame anyone for making your World Showcase photo line longer, just look and see if you see this long-legged thing standing in front of you with the blonde, and that's going to be what just closes down the whole thing.
We just thought Walt was like right behind us the whole time because we're like, look at all these characters, and there's no line for a picture. Like, oh my God, we really did. We scored some great pictures that morning with the princesses.
Yeah, you got like Snow White, Mulan, Aurora,
It was
just like they
great.
were I love also that it didn't click for y'all that these characters weren't out there for y'all until like someone had to physically tell you.
That's where our head's at. That's where our head's at.
And
So
then
Ryan,
probably
what time do you start running on Saturday morning? You have not committed to a time. If you want spectators, you have to let us know when the race starts.
I was thinking
she just
around
put you on the spot.
6:30, 7 o'clock.
Okay.
Unless if we're planning on rope dropping Magic Kingdom, then I'd probably have to be closer to 6:30. But
So how many laps are you going to do of your circuit? Like how many times do you have to?
though the loop is that I found is about 5 miles, just over 5 miles, so should be like 2.5 of those or whatever.
So is that going to work out so
all-
that you basically stop back in front of Boardwalk when you're done?
Yeah,
Or you haven't gotten that far? Okay.
I didn't. Yeah, but yeah.
I guess my question is, what Angela's trying to get at is where do you want the Angela Gonzalez character stop to be at?
Wherever she wants it to be.
His answers are getting so much better.
Just think by this time next year we'll actually be like good at this to actually really start telling people what we do on Sundays versus just talking to each other and just putting out a tweet like 30 minutes before I
a
go live.
whole year. Oh God, I don't know. That's a level of commitment. Gross.
So what else? Any other big new things we still have to do? Packing tips.
Yeah, I was just thinking about this morning.
What are you guys going to do different for this January trip than what we did in November? For me, it's going to be way different because I'm driving, so I don't have to really like pack all into one suitcase.
So, I mean, there were definitely things that I forgot. I will we're gonna prep much better for our airport departure thing because we really screwed that up last time, not paying attention to the fact that none of the parking that we normally park in is actually open. So for us, it'll be a little bit of game planning before we get to the airport. And then I do think I need to make like a list of just stuff because I randomly will forget things. Like I definitely need a swell bottle. I forgot my fuel rod last time. And I think I forgot my compression socks last time. That was pretty much it.
You for sure forgot your compression socks.
I did.
I remember the old lady complaints about that.
But otherwise, we're just doing we're each doing a carry-on. We're not doing any checked this time.
Okay.
So
well,
keeping it light. Hopefully weather's good. You
guys can also just Amazon stuff to the house and I'll bring it to you.
Yes.
Not you, Teach. You're not alone. Well, Teach, technically it's your residence too, so.
Yeah. The Florida compound?
Yeah, the Florida compounds. That's going to be Teet's residence south. Oh, hey, the Run, Eat, Drink podcast is following us. Happy New Year, Amy and Dana. Thanks for joining us. We're just getting ready. We're talking about our not marathon weekend trip, a little bit of packing tips, trying to figure out when Ryan is going to run his virtual half marathon. I think we've got that figured out. I'm doing the Castaway Gate Challenge, but not with a challenge component for marathon weekend. I'm just going to do the 5K to get that sweet medal that I'm missing. So, yeah, talking about that. Angela needs to remember, Angela's the only person that has to have compression socks that doesn't run a single mile during a race weekend. It's really, really impressive. I think it was Dopey 2 years ago, or maybe it was Goofy 2 years ago when I come back from the room after like the half marathon and my two roommates are like all just snuggled up, still in bed with their compression socks on from just walking around the parks all day. So always fun
those spectator miles are hard, kids. Very hard.
Yeah. Oh, so all right. We did have talks about whether we were going to go for marathon weekend or not. I think we kind of solidified those plans when we went back in November, wouldn't you guys say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we got to see how I think Angela and Leslie were for sure going to go. But I think for the rest of us, we kind of solidified our plans after we were there in November and got to see how everything was going. I'm really, really hoping the crowd levels are low again after the first of the year. Fingers crossed,
Okay.
hope. Just because
the two of you were so convinced last week or the last time we did this that the crowd levels were going to be low. And now you're wishing or hoping for low crowd levels?
I don't know, dude. The pictures from everywhere that I've been seeing on social media, I know it's because it's Christmas. They've just been making me really nervous. But yeah.
You guys said it would drop off like right after the new year.
Yeah. So, well, here's the other thing. It depends on what's going to happen with Florida schools, because if they truly don't go back to in-person classes, it's going to be packed.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone will be doing their homeschool from Epcot.
God. That's not what I want.
I know. So it's going to be a marathon weekend, different than ones past. I think I know what Ryan's favorite marathon weekend memory is. It's got to be your first dopey, right? Especially when the half marathon got canceled. Or was it your first actual full dopey?
I mean, I obviously like both. I think the first full dopey, that was my favorite set of medals too, and it was the anniversary year, so everything was kind of bigger and better. So I think overall that probably was my favorite. But also
that was the one with the jewels for the eyes for dopey, right?
Yeah. But I think too, like I don't know, this year 2020 marathon weekend was a lot of fun too. So I don't know, they all have their positives and minuses, but
2020 was fun for me because I didn't run a single race. So I got to experience what Angela and Leslie get to experience every marathon weekend is, like I said before, getting woken up by screeching Carissa while I'm still cuddled up in my bed. Yay.
That's why you always ask for double pillows when you check into your room. You need to ask for extra pillows because if you'll just do a couple of layers of pillows, you can tune her out. She becomes very muffled.
Wow. I feel like something could go terribly wrong with that. I think there's just something special about that marathon weekend where the weather canceled the half marathon. And I think it was just because, well, Angela was there. We had a group of 8 of us at Il Molino for dinner. And we'd been hearing rumblings. I had a friend who was having dinner at Animal Kingdom Lodge. I think she was at Sanaa. And she's like, have you seen this sign? And it was like a sign in the lobby on one of those sandwich boards or A-line boards that said, out of an abundance of caution due to weather, the half marathon's been canceled. And nobody had seen, it wasn't at any other resort other than Animal Kingdom Lodge. We hadn't seen a tweet. We hadn't got an email. And all of a sudden, people start talking, and then you hear the entire restaurant in Il Molino just goes silent. You could have heard a pin drop as everyone got the email at the same time. It was one unanimous iPhone message ping. And then the cheering and high five that erupted at all of the tables of runners, knowing that they didn't have to get up to do the half marathon the next day was amazing. It was outstanding. And then we ordered another round of wine. We went to Abracadabra. So that was one of my favorite memories. And yes, so Il Molino, I love Il Molino. Angela and Leslie love it too. That's going to be their first night dinner for our not marathon weekend trip in January. And what I love about Il Molino is the food is always great. The pasta menu is fantastic, but you can get lunch or half-size portions at dinner. So it makes the perfect way. So you can, if you're sharing with a couple of people, you can try 2 or 3 different kinds of pasta. My favorite is the carbonara. But I just love it. The vibe is cool. The wine list is great. It's perfect for carb loading, especially if you're staying around Crescent Lake. So it's definitely a must do for most of this crew. It's not a favorite of Teets, and my favorite Teets story that is Teets didn't
Because
finish.
they don't have chicken nuggets.
Parm. They don't have chicken nuggets, so we had to get chicken parm, and like he didn't finish it, and that's how most
Because it was this big.
But that's how most of the people remember you, Teets, as the kid who couldn't finish the chicken parm. Like, Loie was like, what? You can't leave this table until you take at least 3 more bites of this chicken parm. But yeah, Emilino is 2 thumbs up. Service can be hit or miss. For me, though, I don't mind a longer lingering dinner, especially now in COVID times where it gives you a time to sit down and take your mask off. Take all the time in the world you want, but I've always had a good experience at El Molino. 10 out of 10 would go again every trip. If we don't, what are we doing in January, Teets? We have like 98 reservations that night, and
I know.
I'm still trying to get
a spreadsheet.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
I still try to get Teppanito, and I can't get that because I think that's the only way I can get you and Leslie away from El Molino is if I get Teppanito.
We just got, and Leslie and I added a brown derby at Hollywood Studios on Monday.
What were we originally going to do on Monday?
I don't think we had one on Monday, did we?
Yeah, you guys, there was nothing on Monday. Nothing.
Oh, well, we had Morimoto dinner on Monday.
Ooh.
That's what it was, that night.
I told you guys I bought that Patina gift card, so I've got an extra $30 free for Morimoto. I think we were going to do.
We were going to do Morimoto and do our balloon ride or whatever.
Yes. Let me see if the balloon ride is on Groupon. What else are we going to do for the first time? Are we going to
Thursday night? You guys have paddlefish.
Yeah.
We'll be at El Molino, and you guys have paddlefish.
Oh, that's right, because you've never been to paddlefish.
And you guys have beaches and cream for lunch that day at Epcot.
I'm going to cancel that one.
Yeah, I'm not going to beaches and cream.
Updated.
I'm looking at Groupon to see what's going on. I don't see the aerophile thing. I need to do an alert for that so I can try and snag that the next time it pops up. Yeah, Teets, do you still want to do paddlefish? I don't want to go all the way to paddlefish if you're just going to have a cheeseburger.
I haven't even looked at the menu, honestly, but I don't care. I'll join in at Il Molino too. I'll just won't get chicken parm, that's for sure.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. The Morimoto ribs are some of my favorite. I love the dim sum. Like Morimoto is a stop down must do every time for me, especially when I go to Orlando to visit my mom. I go to Disney Springs every couple of days, and happy hour at Morimoto is the best. All of that. So we have a question from the chat. What is the best post-race experience as far as food, beverage, and service? Well, Angela runs so many races, so we'll start with her. What is your favorite post-race dining experience?
I mean, when I finish out that ultra, I really, no, I'm trying to think we just usually do whatever you guys want to do. Cause some of you guys like to take it easy. Sometimes you hit the hot tub. But I was trying to think that one time that what was that place on the boardwalk? It was that first year, that first weekend. And we did, cause what's her name was with us.
We did Big River Grill.
Yes. That big group of us. That was really fun. That was a good atmosphere.
Yeah. So for most of us, and Brian, you can, add in your thoughts, and especially in the chat, you guys too. For me, after I finish a marathon, the last thing I want to do is eat. I'm just like too hot or too amped. I want a beer. Absolutely want a beer. But the thought of like just shoving warm food into my body is just not real great for me. So we always enjoy having beers in the parking lot until they kick us out because like the race finishing area closes. And then some of my best times have been with the whole group. We just end up somewhere random. Big River Grill is great because they have all of those big tables in the bar area. And for y'all that travel with men that aren't running, that prefer to just go drink around Crescent Lake with Angela starting at like 9 a.m. There's also a bunch of TVs in there so they can watch football and eat also while you guys are hanging out. I think that's when the day you ate all of John's quesadillas. You've like known him for like 5 seconds and Angela just takes his plate, or no, he takes Angela's plate and just starts finishing off Angela's quesadillas at the brewery.
Yeah, that's part of being a good spectator. I mean, runners do come first. So whatever you guys need, we generally try and give up or get extra or make it happen for you guys. That, and I was trying to think, wasn't there one other time? I'll think of it here in a second. There was something else that we did.
So, and this is kind of a cop-out answer because it's not dining per se. But one thing, this was the first year I didn't do it. But one thing I would do every dopey weekend is on Sunday night after, marathon finished, closeout weekend, I would rent a pontoon boat from the Yacht and Beach Club Marina for an illuminations cruise. And we would take beers and cocktails on there. It also comes with, bagged snacks and cookies, sodas and water. And you get like an hour and a half out on the water. You can go see the fireworks over at Hollywood Studios and the Inn of Fantasmic. And then it takes you back to Epcot and would park you under the bridge at the UK to watch illuminations. And that was always something super, super special. And I have really great memories of doing that with all of these crazy kids that we hang out with on marathon weekend. So that was always like my big post-race thing.
That was fun. And hanging out at Meisner's the night, like after one of your races, you guys would all come in. Like that was a good place to hang out too, because everybody could like lounge and relax and kind of, we would start to regroup as everybody who had like anybody who'd taken naps or gone back to the room for a little bit. That was a good place.
Some of us might have watched a playoff game at Meisner's and got into a fight with someone who was not a football fan but wanted to have the last word in. No, I got into the fight, but I didn't have to have the last word in the argument. Yeah, some of us may do that.
That's our hashtag jambalaya moment.
That is jambalaya moment. It is. So for those of you who don't know, I'm a Saints fan, for better or for worse. And 2 years ago, we were playing Philly on Sunday after marathon day. We were doing Ohana for dinner that night, right?
Yeah.
We did the Illuminations cruise after drinking around the world. So I made everyone go with me to watch Saints Eagles at Meisner's. And this one guy who claimed to be a Patriots fan who was wearing sunglasses indoors, and it's like 5. Come on, bro. Kept jawing and was like, "Oh, we'll see you in the Super Bowl." Jambalaya. I'm like, it's tasty. What are we going at with just jambalaya? Like the hand punch and everything. And then he like got up and cocky walked out. And it's like,
it was a lot more impassioned than that. Like he was very like he said it as though it were some kind of like insult or like that was his final throwdown before he stormed off.
He was going to insult me with a tasty, iconic regional dish.
He was trying to create like a West Side Story moment, and it really fell flat, especially with the band playing behind him in the background.
Yeah, it was like they were playing like "When You Wish Upon a Star" or something like that. And he's like arguing with me, and I'm like, "Dude, are you an Eagles fan?" "No, I'm a Patriots fan." "Okay, then you don't even have a dog in this hunt." He's like, "We'll see you in the Super Bowl, jambalaya."
It was great.
I wonder how he's doing now with a non-playoff season for himself.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, where is that guy?
I'm sure he's a Bucks fan now. But But yeah, so other fun post race.
I
Whitney
always
loves
like, yeah.
Whitney loves beaches and cream. That's her favorite post half and full is beaches and cream. But yeah, I love hot tub at the hotel, post race beer. Yachtsman is great. I'm just so ready for some of the signatures that I love to open back up at Disney. Because I think once the signatures open, the menus get better. But we're close.
I
Maybe
was
by
gonna say,
my
I think we're really close. We're gonna
Maybe
have
by my
people mover when we're there.
Hey, that we may have the harmonious bar being lit when we're
Yeah.
there.
See, there's gonna be good stuff happening while we're there. Fireworks, guys! I'm telling you, we're getting fireworks.
I don't know that that wish is going to come true.
It's
You
gonna
can-
happen,
You
guys.
can have
Walt's
your
been talking
the
to me.
electrical water pageant and just be happy with that.
Yeah,
know-
can we switch from Boardwalk to Wilderness Lodge?
I'd be okay with
Mm.
that. But I
I know
don't have
you
control
would.
over that.
I know you don't. I know you don't. Yeah.
Yeah, neither do you, Keely. Well, you kind of do. You have options.
I have options.
Yeah. I mean, you could if you wanted to, but you're not going to. You're gonna. Are you staying with us, right?
A few nights. I gotta look at the schedule and see. Probably, yeah. I probably need to send you some money.
I mean, no,
No,
that's not what it's about.
This is Red Bull. Maybe a little bit of Tito's in there. It's early. It's only
I was gonna say
11.
it's 11:30. It's not even lunchtime there yet.
Mm-mm.
Did you
No,
get a rezo for your table?
well, I'm on the
Nice.
waiting list. I'm watching the screen right now. So
Nice.
there's one open seat, and I'm the first person on the waiting list. So it looks like I may be playing poker from 2 to 5 today. Y'all leave me alone.
Nice. Are you excited about that? You feeling good? Clear head? Full heart?
Clear eyes, full heart, can't lose. Gonna get bounced in like the first hand. Yeah, no, I'm feeling pretty confident. I haven't played any table stuff since I've been here, so I've been mostly keeping it chill. So we'll see what I'll shake out here in a little bit. Once my name drops off this list that's on the TV screen, then I'll have
Yeah.
to like.
I'll watch for text. I can Venmo you something real quick if you just don't get too crazy like you did last time, okay?
It's a you're so dumb. It is a $150 buy-in tournament, $10,000. It's no limit hold'em bounty. I've never done a bounty tournament before, so we'll see
What does
how
that
that
mean?
works. It means I get points or I get extra money based on every person at my table that I eliminate.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah, so I'm kind of excited about that. It's something different. It's Super Stakes month here, so it's a lot of people that are coming in to play hardcore thinking they're going to make it into WPT like the World Series and stuff next year. So it's a low day. My plan was to do this tomorrow, but here we are.
Nice.
So back to January. Yeah, I'll be with you guys. So we know Angela's resolution is she wants to see fireworks in January. She hasn't even specified a park, so she just wants fireworks in general. Teets, what do you think the likelihood of that happening are?
Negative percentage points, I think, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. They might. I don't know. Maybe they might still. I don't know. Maybe they have a plan for some projections or something because that seemed to go well for Christmas. But I don't know. Yeah, you might not get much more than that.
I love the projections. Yeah, you're not gonna get harmonious. I don't think.
No.
You guys are such naysayers. You're so negative. We're going to the most magical place on earth, and y'all can't even be hopeful or wishful. Jeez. Louise.
Hopeful or wishful. My hope is we get signatures back, like I said. I'd love to see Ratatouille open up. At least, I don't think we're going to have a snowball's chance in hell of a soft opening when we're there. But
Come on, Ryan, shit on that idea too. Come on.
Well, celebrities are riding it already, so
I'm a celebrity. We're all celebrities. Look,
we are Crescent Lake Club.
yeah.
Do you know who we are? Don't you see our shirts? Do we have matching shirts on the way? Do we have a logo yet? What's our logo?
where's my notebook? I'll start making notes. Yeah. Oh, we do need to talk about what we're wearing because I'm going to have some crafting to get to before I leave too. I might as well.
I know. That's why we need a logo for CLC.
So your New Year's resolution is a logo for the Crescent Lake Club. So merch.
Right?
Angela wants fireworks and merch. So, okay.
I'm a disciple of Walt. I know what's important.
She real has drunk the Kool-Aid now. That's intense.
Ryan, come on. What do you want? What do you want to do? What do you want to see happen? What's the one thing that's not there now that if it was there when we're there in January, you're just, man, that is the icing on the cake.
Well, I don't know. I know. No, I mean, more, I
You're
guess.
the most uninspiring Disney person, I think, ever.
And any type of entertainment, I'd love to see like any sort of show return or something. I don't think that's going to happen, but something like Festival of the Lion King or those types of things. Those I've always enjoyed. So something like that coming back would be great. But if it's not already, they're not already prepping for that now, that's not going to happen.
So I will say, like, when shows do come back, I'm going to be more dedicated about going to shows because that was not something that I did for pretty much any visit. I've seen the Bugs Life thing under the tree.
That's a 3D movie, though. That's not really.
Oh, I guess that's still on. I don't think I've seen any of the shows then, honestly. Maybe we sat through the Ariel thing one time, but I really don't remember. Like the live shows, Keely, like that was something I've never seen. So I was saying when they do come back, I'm definitely going to make it a point to like see the live shows.
So November trip was the first time Leslie had ever seen Voyage Under the Sea with the Little Mermaid. Like she had never, ever seen that show.
Oh, that's when we did it? Was in November?
Yeah, last November I took her. And she'd never seen it before.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So she may have gone and seen it again in January. Well, no, in January. Yeah, she may have gone and seen it again in January. But no, she'd never seen it before. And I'm like, how on earth, in all the times have you been here and you love Ariel so much, have you not seen it?
Yeah. We've just never, live shows has not been a thing.
Yeah. I love Festival of the Lion King. I love Beauty and the Beast.
Is there a Frozen one?
Yeah, that's cool. Well, it's a sing-along. That's going on already. They have that back.
Oh, maybe I'll make an effort to do that. That's something different.
I wish they'd bring Mickey and the Magical Map from Disneyland to Disney World. That's my favorite show.
I don't know that one because I'm not a show person. I have no
Right,
idea.
and James says they should bring back The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. That was peak Disney.
I did watch that when I was younger, but I don't know if it needs to come back.
Did you want to be Zach or Cody?
I don't know. They both had their. I mean, one. I don't even. It's been so long now. I've heard. Well, one was like the cool kid, and one was like the nerdy kid. So I guess. I don't know. I'd be a mix of both, I think.
What is Sydney coming down the stairs like about to attack you? What are you looking at?
Nothing. And there's nobody else here.
Where is Sydney?
I don't know.
I would like to revisit where Teets just said he was part cool kid, part nerdy kid, because he tried to slide that in there like nobody was going to give him grief about that.
No, he
And
said the Zach and Cody were like Cody,
yeah,
right?
he said he was part cool kid, part nerdy kid, and I'm like, sure about that? That's what we're going to go with. You think you were going to just slide that in and nobody was going to say anything? Where's Woody? She would have real stopped that down. Yeah, so I want Mickey and the magical map. I don't understand why they don't do Beauty and the Beast, but I know it's an equity thing.
Yeah.
So that would be one. I wish they would bring. Well, I don't even know where you would put it because you tore the stage down a decade ago. Anyway, was my favorite live show was always Hunchback of Notre Dame, back in the back lot.
Oh, you know what I do want back? I would really love for like some legitimate CMs to be working in the countries in Epcot.
Here we go.
In World Showcase. Like, can we start bringing back like the people who really should be working those areas?
Well,
it's a little much.
Not to get on like news on you, but I don't think anyone from a foreign country really wants to come here to work in the current state of things.
It's so ridiculous. I mean, it's not ridiculous. It's great that there's people there, but man, it really does just change the whole atmosphere. But it's okay. We'll suffer through. But that would be really nice.
James in the chat agrees with you, Angela, though. So you've got a vote backing you.
I mean, really just France. Let's just get down to it. Okay, screw the rest of the World Showcase. It really just comes down to France. And I mean, I got a list of like top 5 that need to be back at the bakeries. That's all I'm saying. Like that's pretty much the only place I need.
It's just not a ham and cheese croissant without that extra side of snark and.
No, that's the problem. It is just a ham and cheese because it's Kimberly from Ohio making it for me, which I love. Love Kim from Ohio, but she's not supposed to be making my ham and cheese in France. That's not the deal, but that's okay. We're going to be fine with it. It's great. It's great. It's so nice to be there.
Anyone else got any? What? So I said I want signatures. I agree with y'all. I want shows back. I want a show from Disneyland to come over to Walt Disney World. I mean, and
that's not going to happen for the same reason I'm not getting my boys back in France, because nobody from California wants to be in Florida.
That's a lie. That's quite literally a lie. But sorry, my mom is texting me. She can't.
What does she need?
Well, she doesn't know where she's going.
Okay. Did you get her rerouted?
No, I'm leaving that up to someone. Oh, James is allergic to ham.
Ooh, that's tough.
James, that means no bacon. Yikes! Because
that's a tough hand in life.
Because Angela's favorite thing to do at California Grill for brunch is to sit down and she's like, they're gonna order their drinks and just bring me a plate of bacon.
Yeah, I need that to start off, so that I can think about what comes next.
That was the day you lost Panchito.
Yes, that was also the weekend, right? Was that Boys to Men? Was that the Boys to Men week? No, that was different.
That was Baja. Oh my God. Remember, that was your birthday trip. We stayed at Swalfin.
Yes, and I had Panchito, the birthday donkey that traveled around with us. He was very big news everywhere we went.
Panchito was how we got Loie on Rock and Roller Coaster and Tower of Terror.
That's right. Because the birthday donkey told her that everything would be fine. She just needed to follow the magical birthday donkey. And then we lost him in the rain. I left him behind, remember?
After you let the dogs out with the Baja Men.
That's right. That fabulous concert. Very energizing, that concert. Left the donkey behind in the rain.
Sometimes. What are some other memorable Disney moments? Come on, Teach, you have to have something.
Well, I feel like
the time Angela almost fought you at Country Bears.
Well, that was pretty recent, but yeah. I always our gondola ride. This what was that in January, and then we were gonna and Cliff was arguing with the people because she said it was France, but it was Morocco, and that was a good
Oh
one.
my gosh, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, also, because we were supposed to do this, I think, in the last show or whatever, but I'm supposed to ask Angela about her fear of balconies on cruise ships.
I don't have a fear of balconies on cruise ships. That's the problem. I probably should have a fear, but that's not really how it works out. Yeah, no, I mean, I was fine on the balcony. Nothing was going to happen. I was not going to go overboard. It was just a moment that I needed to have, one with the ocean, to realize like who was in charge. Definitely the ocean. Definitely the ocean. Took my favorite Rangers hat. I really did. I was really upset about that hat. But thankfully, like Leslie was watching me. And like Whitty was dealing with Keels, who couldn't find her pajamas. I mean,
jammies.
There was a lot of tragedy in the room that night.
I was really upset about my jammies. Well, because
I lost my Rangers hat to the South Pacific Ocean. It was Leslie. Keely couldn't find her pajamas in like the tiniest room I've ever been in my entire life.
Yeah, when you're 4 women staying in one balcony stateroom on the Disney Dream, and you have Angela who likes to just ferret things away places just because she's got to housekeep all of everything, and you come back and you have no idea where she put anything, and she's just absolutely not helpful. Sometimes you can't find your pajamas. Why would my pajamas be in the desk drawer? Not anywhere near where I'm sleeping or my luggage.
I was out becoming one with the ocean. The unfortunate part of that is that the room service dude showed up at like not a great time. Like I really feel bad for that dude because the door opened and all he saw was a dumpster fire like happening in that room between Leslie and I outside on the balcony and Keels and Whitty inside looking for pajamas. And then like he brings in we ordered everything off the menu because we were the magical family. So we could do whatever we want. So we just had him bring us one of everything from the kitchen. It was amazing. But I'm sure he just thought that was like a hot mess. I mean, it was a hot mess. I lost my hat. That was the tragic part.
Like literally.
But it was really indicative of where the Rangers were going. I will say that. They've been lost at sea basically since then.
That was the sign we all needed.
I mean,
it was a rough day for you. Well, some might view it as a rough day. Others might view it as best day ever because Angela was also the last person off of Castaway Cay onto the ship. Like literally we're standing on the balcony cheering on her as she's long legging it up the gangway as it's being shoved in there. We just totally crushed the wheel. Like at one point, they put up one question that had like 98 blank spaces and not a single letter. And we got it like that. Like nobody was beating us that day.
We were untouchable that day. Untouchable.
We wore sequins and we met Captain Mickey.
We actually met the real captain too in the elevator. Remember?
He was in the elevator with us. He loved that we were all dressed up.
Yes. And that we knew about knots. Nautical knots.
I forgot that part. I think that was you just BSing, but so Angela doesn't have a fear of balconies, though I will say she's not allowed to go out on a balcony on her own.
Angela's I have to be tethered.
Angela's kind of tall, so like a normal height balcony is still just like waist level, so it needs to come up a little bit higher just so she can't like bend over and fall off the balcony. That's my big concern. Thanks for the shout out.
That's what Leslie's for. Leslie stands at the open door like my mom and says, "What are you doing? Why are you doing that? Step away. Get off. Stop leaning over. Why are you leaning over? Stop. Oh my God, she's leaning over."
Yeah. So we're lucky it's just a hat that was lost. So that's about. Oh,
What are you talking about? If I had gone overboard, you guys would be cruising Disney seas forever for free.
whoa. Well, not right now. We could be cruising for free if we were like.
Did you see the video of the new, like the little glimpses of the new ship?
Which is great because it brings up a question that someone in the chat just had, which is who's your favorite Disney princess? And so what we saw revealed on the Christmas special is that Cinderella is going to be the statue in the main atrium on one of the newest Disney Cruise Line ships. I don't think she's a favorite princess of anyone currently on this stream right now, unless Teets is going to surprise me with something. But so yeah, who's y'all's favorite Disney princess?
Pocahontas.
I don't know. I've always liked Ariel just because I like the movie overall. Belle's good too.
I thought you liked Ariel just because she lost her voice at some point, and that's your ideal woman.
No, that's not it.
If that was the case, actually, Snow White would be his ideal woman because she's just asleep. Or Sleeping Beauty. He's got two options.
That is kind of weird when you start thinking about princesses who like are asleep a lot of the time or lose their voice or can't talk at some point. That's not really sending a great message.
Like, look at the era when those movies were made compared to now.
Yeah. Okay.
Mine is Tiana, obviously. So, Talks Princesses, Disney Plus. Teets, what you got? We kind of. What else? Or let's go back. We just briefly mentioned the Christmas special. Anything else we should know? Because I'm going to be honest, I didn't watch the Christmas special.
Well, yeah. I mean, I watch it every year, but it seems to get worse every year. I am not a fan of Julianne Hough, and she was one of the hosts, as she has hosted the last couple of years now. I'm not a fan of hers, so that was. It's this year. It was different because it was just all performances. There was no parade portion. Usually that's taped at Disneyland, and obviously Disneyland is closed. Overall,
it's not always taped at Disneyland, though.
True. The last few years it has been, but yeah. They showed off Ratatouille, which was the same like preview they gave for the Thanksgiving special, so nothing really new there. They showed off the Disney Wish, and then they showed a preview for WandaVision. That was really the only like non-performance type things they did.
Angela, what do you think about any of that?
I didn't watch it. I read a couple of things on Twitter, one of which I think was something about cast members in the special that were in World Showcase that weren't, obviously from that country. But otherwise, yeah, I didn't watch it.
This is Angela's hill she's going to die on, is cast members working the World Showcase that aren't from that country.
I mean, the stroller tax, I still think I will stand behind that one. That I'm making pamphlets at some point about the stroller tax. That's going to happen at those parks. But
good. That'll go really great with your Crescent Lake Club polo shirt. We'll get you a sandwich board or something wear on the back of your shirt that says, "Ask me about my stroller tax initiative."
No, I just need a little card table set up at the entrance to MK.
We should tax strollers. Change my mind.
Change my mind. It'll be great. It will be great.
And that's one way to get trespassed. So that was a special. Lot of excitement this week on Disney Plus. I don't watch The Mandalorian, but these two do, and I guess it was the finale. Is it too recent to talk about spoilers or anything? Teets, you're the judge of that.
Literally, Twitter is all about just at the second it comes out. I mean, Twitter's full of spoilers anyways, so I don't think it really matters. But the finale was last, because this Friday was Christmas, so the Friday before Christmas was the finale. And obviously it left people, I mean, a lot of people, I don't think I found anybody that really didn't like it, but there was a bit of a, I don't know, it wasn't really a cliffhanger necessarily, but they left it open because Baby Yoda, or Grogu as his name is now, left with
Isn't that the squeezed yogurt?
that's Go-Gurt.
Let's
Oh.
go, Gert.
But Grogu left with Luke Skywalker, and we don't know what will happen after that. No.
How'd they come up with that terrible name? Speaking of someone that knows terrible names, shout out Baby Yoda. I'm sorry.
That's not terrible. I actually think it's kind of cute.
Baby Yoda never going to get a little teeny license plate with his name on it. Can guarantee. Baby Yoda going to have to custom make that one.
Oh.
Oh, and they also set up at the very end, during the credits or after the credits, they set up the book of
Boba
Fett.
Yeah.
Boba Fett, Baba, whatever. Which that dude legit has not been seen since like the Sarlacc pit thing, right? Because I did read about that. Like he literally fell in the pit back in the 70s and just nothing, never mentioned, never alluded to. Like his helmet wasn't in some random background scene. They just like all of a sudden for Mandalorian brought him back, which I think is kind of neat, right? I think that's neat. I'm not like a huge Star Wars fan, but I think it's neat.
Is Boba Fett the one that shot Whitty at that show, or Mick Whitty at that show at Hollywood Studios? Were you there with us, Angela? Like some guys just like came up and goes.
No, those were the white guys. What are the stormtroopers? Yeah, those were just stormtroopers, I think. Oh no. There was. He was like,
he's like in a green and black, like beat up outfit.
Yeah, that's Boba Fett. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, thanks for being 7. Yeah, we're making an effort to stream every Sunday, either noon or 1 Central Time. We've got some theme weeks coming up. I think next week we're going to have a bunch of our Run Disney friends on to kind of do some spectating and training and race weekend memories, but we'll branch out and do some more stuff. I'm hopeful to have some of my entertainment friends from Disney come on in January with us too, to talk about parade life and shows and different things from Disney Pass, pull some stuff out of the vault for that kind of stuff. But thanks for tuning in.
And we know Teets is working on some awesome content for our January trip, aren't you? While we're on site,
oh my gosh,
aren't you going to work on your live?
Well, yeah. So we're gonna attempt. I think Teets and I we've talked about it briefly, but I think we can make a plan for how we can all be together and do one big group stream, even if it's just for an hour this Sunday that we're there. But this is a great question for the chat, because you guys are Disney people and parks people. Teets and I are going to go on a search for the worst, like grossest.
Why you would
can't even think about it. Quick service items. So in the chat, drop down. We're definitely going to Pizza Rizzo. I said I want that. I think that big panko crusted big ass chicken nugget from Docking Bay 7 in Batu. It's got to be up there as gross.
You got to drink that stupid blue stuff then. Grogu puke.
Grogu puke.
I've already had that though, but we'll
get the alcohol.
I'll do one of the milks with the booze in it.
Yeah.
Someone says McDonald's. Well, I think Teet's got his fill of that, chasing all the Mickey's Runaway Railway toys.
I've been asking for a Rezzo at McDonald's for like 2 trips now. Ryan won't eat. Yes. Ryan has zero. No, he won't even do it. I've been trying. I want us all to be on the bicycles so that we can contribute back to the parks in a very eco-friendly way and help out with that lighting of the sign. Nobody wants to do it. Everybody's too busy. We should have a meal at McDonald's It's part of it.
Why?
Because I know when that Applebee's opens at Flamingo Crossing, y'all's asses are going to want to be over there.
Not go to Applebee's. Not going to Applebee's. Listen, I had a moment of weakness and almost ate at Grand Lux Cafe yesterday. So
What's that?
it's like cheaper Cheesecake Factory. It's supposed to be bougier, but it's cheaper. The menu is still
Ew.
massive though.
Ew.
Oh, race weekend memories. Yes. Tease has never been to Disneyland or done a Disneyland race. I think Angela, you went to Disneyland, but you were like tinky tiny though, right?
I've never been to Disneyland. I was given the option the one day we were close enough. We could either do Universal Studios, Magic Mountain, or Disneyland. And guess which one I picked?
You picked Magic Mountain.
I picked Magic Mountain. So I've never been. So I was actually kind of bummed when July rolled around, actually that week before, because I left everything on my calendar for 2020. And when I started getting reminders about that July trip that we had planned for Disneyland, it really did make me sad. Because I totally I can't wait for that trip because we're going to have so much fun.
Yeah, we need to revisit, especially I think end of summer 2021 has a legitimate shot for a Disneyland trip. We had Jordan just outed the Teeth household. It's Happy Meals every day here for like 2 straight weeks for those toys. Hi, Jordan, I love you. Thanks for dropping that. Yeah.
I love that Teats intel. Keep it coming. Keep it coming.
So, it was supposed to be a fun trip I've been to Disneyland a bunch. I'm an annual pass holder there. Woody usually goes with me. Ever since 2015, I've done the Disneyland Half Marathon Weekend. I loved Tinkerbell. The only one that I haven't done was Avengers Weekend or Superhero Weekend. It never worked out in the schedule. So I was really excited to go and see, experience Disneyland for the first time, especially with Ryan, who absolutely loves Disney, because getting to show Angela as an adult Disney World for the first time really brought back my love for the parks. I go through like waves of ennui about Disney, and watching her and Leslie experience everything for the first time and meeting the characters and all of the rides and all the different special experiences you can have. It kind of brings you back to the reason why the parks are so great and why it's such a fun time. And I think to go with Teets, who is such a Disney lover and has been since he was tiny, even tinky tiny teetsy. He's just tiny teetsy now. To see him when he gets to experience walking into Disneyland and seeing Walt's apartment and actually spending time in the park where Walt walked. I'll be there. It'll be right up there, 1A, 1B with him if he ever graduates college, like finally crossing the stage to get that diploma. But
yeah, I'm not holding my breath for his graduation by any means.
I mean, I've got Whitty and I have hotel rooms, so yeah, so Disneyland, I love the Disneyland race weekends. I wish they would bring them back, but I understand why they won't. It's just something, like everyone used to complain about them because there was so much time not in the parks. Like it was super park loaded for the half marathon for like the first 3 miles, but then you got to run through the community and everyone came out, especially Tinkerbell weekend, came out to support, and it was pretty cool. But I just love Disneyland in general. I can't wait to go back. I would live in Cars Land if I could. Also, Mission Breakout is better than Tower of Terror. Don't at me. And then the one that they do over Halloween where it's all in the dark is even better than that. I said it. What is those eyes for?
Oh. I was just it's like it's not wintertime here yet. Like we've had a couple of like cold nights, but not continuous cold. So like I'm looking out and there's like fucking wasps still alive. Like it's December. Give it up. So I was just thinking about things I'm gonna have to do after this.
So we talked Disneyland. We talked Mando. Teets, did you like Soul?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I don't think I've seen a lot of people be kind of divisive on it. I think if you like if you like Inside Out, if you like Pete Docter movies, I think you'll like this. Which of course because it's a Pete Docter movie, but it's definitely for a more mature audience, not necessarily for the 3-year-old or something. It's not Toy Story or stuff like that. But I really enjoy it. So I mean, it's got some jazz music in it. It's it's a different for Pixar, but different's okay sometimes, and I think it worked well.
Yeah, my boy John Batiste plays a lot of the music in Soul. I haven't watched it yet. I've got it downloaded to my iPad, so I'll probably watch it on my way home on Tuesday morning. Angela, have you watched anything good on Disney Plus?
No, I watched Mandalorian, so I finished that. I'm not a Star Wars fan. Also, it could have been the timing of this calendar. Anyway, but I will say in the last episode, when the X-Wing fighter, is that what it's called, Ryan? Yep. When that showed up inside of like the bad ship, that's all I know about Star Wars. When I saw that pull in, I knew enough to know that it was the good people, and I started bawling. Like I was sobbing from that moment all the way until the very end, like sobbing. It was so crazy. So I thought it was very good. It did catch me in the feels. And then randomly, I know this is going to be this is about to blow some people's minds. But I watched on Disney Plus, I think, actually, I don't even know. It's the movie about the fairy godmothers.
Godmother. I haven't watched that yet.
Godmother. Yeah, that's what it was with Isla Fisher, right? Yeah. So I did watch that.
The chick from Brittany runs a marathon.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So I did watch that kind of randomly. And it was goofy. It was a very feel-good movie. The jokes were kind of, you could see them coming from a mile away. But I thought it was very cute overall. Just kind of a goofy movie. But I really think that's it. I did start watching Cars again because my nephew just that is now his first Disney movie now. It's he asks for Cars. So I am going to start watching those just so that I can kind of familiarize myself with them.
Skip number 2. Don't watch number 2.
Yeah.
You're such a hater. You're such a hater.
1 and 2.
I love
1
Cars.
and 2.
1 and 3. Cars 2 is terrible.
What makes Cars 2 so terrible? Because that's pretty rare that 2 is bad, but 3 is good.
Well, it's like they go off to Europe, and it's just a weird. I don't know. It's just I don't know what they were doing.
What's your problem with the Europeans?
Steve is very America first. He has a very pro-America agenda.
That's it. They go to Europe. Oh my God.
It's just okay. Watch it then. I don't care. Do it.
You watched Ford versus Ferrari. We rewatched Cars 2, and maybe you'll have a new appreciation for it.
I love that you think that you telling me not to watch 2 is going to keep me from watching 2. Okay, fine. You just go ahead and watch it. You would actually change my mind. Ryan says not to watch 2. I know that guy's taste in anything. Terrible.
She's putting it on right now. Yeah, Angela's gonna watch Cars 2 as soon as we're done right here.
Yeah. In fact, I think that in January we should all have matching Cars 2 shirts that we wear. That's gonna be our.
Y'all putting a lot of. I'm gonna have to make.
Hey, is Test Track open?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was open in November.
You just don't design your car right now.
Oh yeah, you just go straight through. So we did walk over there.
Do all the cars that I have saved on my Magic Band, will they still show up though?
No, they've all been repoed. You have to pay to get them out.
I haven't lost that much.
Speaking of Magic Bands, you guys need to minimize all those Magic Bands on the account. Oh my God, there's so many Magic Bands for everybody. I had 27 Magic Bands linked to me.
No, I deactivate them. I only have my two doggo ones and my balloon one and my family vacation one. Everything else is
Okay.
deactivated.
It
If
better be. It was a mess.
Well, no, if I can get someone competent at guest services to delete all of them this trip, I will. But
Whoa, Keely, we're in a pandemic. Don't say it like that. Everybody is stressed out. Everybody's doing the best they can. We need to be grateful it all worked out the way that it did. Mostly that I had money in my account to cover those charges. Jesus.
I was gonna say,
Like that was the real magic that Walt delivered. Like when I saw that, I was like, oh shit, Keely's charges on mine. I'm like, no, like that's it. Like the fucking bank just probably was like, no, you're not having any more accounts ever. I was really surprised. I was kind of proud of myself.
would you have like $6 left over?
No, it's actually more than that. I really was surprised. I was like, fuck. Oh my God.
Which is so surprising because Beth and I went and stood. Oh my God. I can't get double mad about it. It's whatever. It's pain time.
Well, I mean, but here's the crazy thing is that when Leslie and I checked in, we did the same thing. Well, no, actually, we did it in the lobby at the villas the morning, like our first morning there. Like, stood at the counter with the guy, said, just my card for my band. And he was like, okay. And then, yeah.
We had to go reactivate because we couldn't get in through the gate and we couldn't get into the room. And so she ended up turning off all of my bands so they could all still charge, but the only one that could open my room was my family vacation one, which was weird. But
which is not what you planned on wearing the entire trip.
So Disney fan for life asked, Packers or Titans tonight? As a Saints fan, let's go Titans.
I mean, I think you know my answer.
Go Badges.
Go Badges. James, we do not have any merch, but we're currently working on it. James also says something that would be of interest to Angela, that Marquette is better than TCU.
That who?
Marquette is better than TCU.
Who's Marquette? Is that a high school?
Actually, it is here too. It's a college and a high school, but
okay.
But
just making sure.
I went to Marquette for a year and a half, so yeah.
Congratulations. Do you have a diploma from there?
No.
Do you have any diplomas?
No, but Jordan, when I did say that, we're hoping Teets graduates, Jordan said we have our fingers crossed as a family. Oh, I'm super excited that we've got the Teets contingent weighing in this week.
Listen,
you guys are welcome back every time.
I'm loving these Teets siblings. Just let's keep them in. Let's keep them in. I'm really, Jordan's growing on me. I mean, Sydney already immediately was like, she had my heart pretty much within the first 30 seconds. Jordan's right there too. How, I think that just really shows amongst siblings.
How is Ryan the fourth favorite Teets out of the 5 Teets in the Teets household? And it's only because we haven't met Henry.
Oh no. I mean, it's one of those things where, well, never mind. I'm not going to say it.
Go ahead and just say it.
No, not this episode. Not this episode. Not going to say it this episode. Not saying it. Not going to make eye contact.
So Angela, you had something you mentioned at the top of the show that you said maybe we could come back and you could show off. That lady, you want to do that?
What do I have to show off?
Your Christmas box?
Oh, well, okay, so there's been something behind me the whole freaking time. I don't even know how to see that.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of it. So I got, the rest of it's over there and I'd have to take my earplug. I don't want to do it. I got a super adorable box yesterday from Keely, a Christmas delivery, and the card inside was adorable. The wrapping paper was adorable.
Just I want everyone to see my Christmas cards this year.
God. Okay, hold on. Ugh, how do we do that?
There you go. You did it. James, where are our masks? Mine is on the table right next to me, but we're in different places and we're inside at our respective locations. So, plus, like, I'm the only one in this room right now, so I'm not going to wear a mask, but I'm just by myself. Angela's the only one at her house. I think Teets is the only one in the basement, maybe.
Yep.
Jordan, he's not going to hate you. Look at that little smug face you just made, Ryan. I saw that. So yeah, Soul, 2 thumbs up. Did I watch it?
Yeah, I think you'd enjoy it.
That's all you got. Nothing else.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's hard. I mean, it's hard to describe. Like, I think the best comparison is Inside Out. And I think if you like Inside Out, you'll probably like Soul.
How'd your ham and cheese? So Chef Ryan made ham and cheese swirls for Christmas. Yep. How'd those go over?
They actually were quite the hit. Everybody liked them. So
probably should. Do you think they should replace those terrible chicken corn dog nuggets at Casey's Corner?
No, I don't know about that. I think I would still enjoy my corn dog nuggets and fries. Got to get the fries too.
Oh, she's back.
Okay, you ready, guys? Do you want to see? Okay. So first, what do you want to see first? Do you want to see the wrapping paper?
Sure.
Here was the wrapping paper.
This box was very curated.
It was super cute. I should have unboxed it here. So we can start with the beginning. First, it's from Keely, and her address is 9714. Just kidding. Okay. So the paper. See, this is the paper. Can you see? Is it focused?
Is that our dino?
That's our dino. And then there was some more paper, and she even had little air bladders in there to keep everything stabilized. And then green tissue paper, very festive. And then, oh, that was for that. Okay. So then this very just, I know, like when you get a gift from a friend and you see something inside and you go, man, she took a lot of time doing that. This was my envelope with my card inside.
So if everyone doesn't know, Angela's middle name is Consuela.
This is my Gertie card. Gertie's one of my favorites, so I do love Gertie.
She is the reason for the season.
The message on the back is a little NSFW, so we'll just leave that for. And then, okay, what do you want? Okay, I'll show you this first. This is what's been behind me the whole time. This very cute. Oh.
Like the frame is trash and it cuts off some of it. So you're probably going to do a better frame for it, but I needed something to protect the little.
It's very cute. It's Mexico, the Mexican pavilion. Very cute with it's very Coco inspired.
Which is your favorite movie?
One of my favorite movies. Yeah, it's pretty much my favorite movie. And then I got this adorable plaque. It's the plaque that's at the entrance to Magic Kingdom on the tunnel, with its own little easel stand because she's so thoughtful and thorough. And I got a Grogu ornament, and he's in his little stroller. We would not charge for this stroller, though, in my stroller tax plan.
Well, because
that would be okay.
It's a single stroller. It's a single.
Well, no, because it doesn't qualify because it doesn't have wheels. So it wouldn't be charged the tax.
Oh, so now we're okay.
So yeah, that was my Christmas box. It was very cool to get this. It was very, very nice. All wrapped very nicely and thoughtful words and just, that little artist touch when you go the extra mile with a black Sharpie. It's just love in a box.
Does
what
it?
This was.
And also, I didn't lick the envelope. I taped the envelope because it's COVID times.
Right. I licked the envelope though, because I did notice that. Didn't want it to go to waste. That was it.
I got everything from there from Etsy. So hit the chat if you want to know Etsy links. I'm pretty sure now that Teets saw what Angela got, he knows what's coming into his box.
What country are you getting, Teets? What's going to be in your frame?
I don't know.
He didn't get a country.
Oh. What's in his frame? Oh, it's a park, I bet you, right? Is it like a...
So you were Mexico, Leslie was France, Witty was Illuminations, and Teets is an attraction.
Barnstormer.
I sent Teets something from this attraction every year for Christmas. You hate it and you want it to burn down. Like you want one of the bears to just pop an arm off.
Oh, gross. Yeah. Keep your trashy CJB stuff. Nobody wants that trash. That's disgusting. It's gross. Nobody wants to see the unboxing of that. Keep it to yourself.
Oh, man.
I will say this, though. I'm going to go back one more time just to take some notes. And I'm going to take my own video because there are certain things that I want to count as far as offensive material mentioned.
So on that day, are we really going to cosplay? Are we going to Disney bound as the Trumpy Bears? Because I want you to be the one that's like just naked coming down with just a boa on. And Leslie has to be the super high one that's sitting on the corner, walking back and forth, just smiling.
I mean, listen, it's going to take a lot from production to get me into anything bear related as far as... I mean, listen, I will read the offer. Most definitely I'll read the offer, but expect a red line version back to you pretty quick.
Like, what if it's just like you just wear brown and I give you a purple boa?
Yeah. It just, I'm at Disney to, be inspired and to see things that put me in a good mood, not to be reminded of the misogynistic, like simple-minded people in the world. And I also don't like to know that my Disney friends are into that kind of stuff. I mean, it's not good. Yeah, no, I'm not doing anything with the bears. Although I'm going to watch the show again, like I said, just to take very good notes because there's another movement coming. That park is going to be bear free in 2021. That's my goal.
You're gonna Me Too the country bears is what you're trying to tell me.
I mean, it's not that hard, guys. This is not going to be, I just think some light needs to be shed on it. That's the problem. Once it comes to the forefront.
Like if you go back, so I see a lot of you guys are watching on our YouTube streams. So if you're watching on Teets' YouTube stream, you can go back and see, I think it's Teets Around the World Day 3 is our Magic Kingdom Day. But if you watch the Country Bears segment of Teetsing Around the World, it's me out sitting on the bench. It's me, it's Teets, it's Witty, it's Angela, it's Leslie. And then, so right next to Teets while he's filming and singing along to like Blood in the Saddle and all this stuff is the first voice you hear is Witty, who is just like, what is even happening? The second voice you hear is Angela that is like, does this mean what I think it means? And Teets is just singing along because he was really excited to take us to experience his favorite attraction at all of Disney. And he sat down and he's like, I'm going to warn you, I'm singing along to every song. I'm singing the entire show. And sure enough, he did. He filmed it just like in case the ending changed or something different happens, like this is Country Bears 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Like they offended a new group of people? Like yeah.
Boy, I don't know. Unless like Bear started walking out and like shaking hands or something. But he filmed it as if it wasn't any different from the Country Bears he'd seen the 10 times before or 100 times before. He also said it was his best ride. He would go back and do it again. Just then, thank God we had dinner reservations.
Yeah, I feel like I kind of got hoodwinked into that because I'm trying to remember the lead up to that. And like, I don't think there was much lead up to that. I think it was one of those things where you guys were just like, just start walking over there and she has to follow. That, yeah.
Well,
that was not great.
In fairness, that is when you guys had stayed and gone super commando at Magic Kingdom, just crushing out as many rides as you can. No, just like
that was new Disney lingo to me. I didn't know what that meant. I was trying to figure out. No, we stayed behind and kept riding rides.
Yeah, and we went and had cocktails. Some of us got them free.
Oh my God. This guy gets one free cocktail in his life and he's never going to stop talking about it.
Free margarita. Free margarita. Who deserves a free margarita? Not that guy.
Not Ryan.
Anyway. So he was fueled by free booze from Geyser Point and was adamant that we go see his favorite attraction while we waited for dinner at Liberty Tree Tavern.
Yeah, like I said, I'm doing like live reporting from that show next time. We're just gonna count it out. It's just gonna happen.
Bye, James.
We have to audit that show.
We'll see you next week. Next week we're talking It's going to be almost a purely runDisney show. I think we always come up with ideas and we never really stick to them. But we're gonna have a bunch of runDisney guests on next week.
Yeah.
Talk about goals. Also talk about some non-runDisney goals. Like Tsitsi doing the New York City Marathon. Woody has done the New York City Marathon, so I think we're going to be able to touch on all that. Last minute marathon, not marathon weekend trip plans. And then, I'm just waiting. So after January 6th, do you think that's when they're going to announce the refurbishment for Hall of Presidents? Because I got a bit that I wanted to run in November that.
Why January 6th? Why is that?
That's when they come. Huh?
Why Jan 6? Why after that?
Because that's when they confirm the Electoral College in the Congress.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay, so I should just bring my son back with me. Well, look, we're talking about packing.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, we're going to do something there. We need to. I've also never been in Hall of Presidents. So I'll be doing that. Is it still open?
I haven't been with this president. Teets, have you?
Yeah, I did. I did it right after the refurb. So I did it once, like in 2017, I think.
Is it going to make me want to fight people?
No, I don't think so.
Does his hair look more real than his actual real life hair?
No.
I should ask Loie. I think she did it twice this past trip.
Oh. Okay, kids. So we're doing this next Sunday? Is that next Sunday again?
Oh,
same bat time, same bat channel.
Let's talk outfits just real quick because I do have. If we're gonna do like shirts and stuff, I need to make an order.
Yeah, we need to get real serious about this logo. Ryan, I mean, could you contribute something to your show? Is there going to be any point where like you take control of your deal?
No, his deal is just teaching around the world. This is all of us. This is our start. I'll come up with the logo. We
need something. I'll look at some stuff. And then what are we doing? Are we doing Artiste? The other thing too?
Yeah, I want to do this. I want to do painter smocks and berets. I have a purple beret for you. I will bring it with me.
Okay.
Keats, what did you do with that Packard's green one? Or
I don't know. I
need-
gotta go look I'll go look right after we're done and see if I
Yeah,
have
so text me because otherwise I need to order something because my turnaround is going to be real world tight. I'm not taking a bunch of crafting stuff with me to Florida if I don't have to.
Ryan has it tucked away in his Disney Hope chest with all of
I
his
do have I have a
costumes.
pile of like old race costumes and like t-shirts and stuff that we've worn before that I
I'll
have.
tell you this, if we find cute socks again, Ryan, you're wearing the socks. We're not going to have you mess up another group clothing opportunity because you and your calves are apparently abnormally sized. I'm not listening to that anymore. There's ways to get around that. We're going to fix it. So you're wearing socks if we find socks. Crescent Lake Club should have socks. That should be a thing.
Okay, like pup socks.
I don't know. We'll see. We need to look up some stuff. We need to come up with a logo.
I'm gonna work on it. We'll talk a little bit after we end the stream. So thanks everybody. It's been a really great Sunday fun day. We'll see you again back next week. I think we're gonna move back to the noon or noon 30 time. Just keep watching the channel. Next week, I want to do a giveaway. I have a $50 Disney gift card that I want to give away to someone, not the three of us. So, like I said, next week we're going to talk a lot of Run Disney goals. We're going to have some fun guests. It's going to be more goofing around, last minute, kind of getting ready for our not marathon weekend trip. And then in 2 weeks, live stream from Disney on Sunday. And then we'll see if anyone wants to meet up. Maybe I can make some Crescent Lake Club koozies or something if you happen to be in the parks then. But anyway, I'm Keels. That's Teets. This is Angela. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We'll see you again next Sunday. Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.